Beyond Your Take-Home Pay, Built to Create Value. Built to Create Value Series. Beyond Your, Session 19. Take-Home Pay, Building Income, Influence, and Social Impact Through Value Creation. Written by Daniel Eremisele. Introduction. Income is more than a paycheck. Making a profit is not the enemy of social value creation. Profit is necessary because it provides the fuel that keeps a business moving, enables it to employ people, and gives it the strength to expand. However, when profit becomes the only target, the vision of the business becomes smaller. When value becomes the target, profit becomes a natural reward, people are served more effectively, and society becomes stronger. A take-home salary may meet immediate needs, but it is not the full measure of a person's contribution. The deeper question is not simply, how much did I receive? It is, what became better because I showed up? The answer reveals the difference between earning a wage and building a life of lasting relevance. Built to Create Value is a philosophy, a way of thinking and living. It begins with the conviction that a business exists to solve real problems for real people and should be rewarded fairly for doing so consistently. This order matters: value first, money second. Money is important, but it becomes more sustainable when it follows genuine usefulness. From extraction to contribution, an extraction mindset asks, how much can I take from this market, organization, or community? A contribution mindset asks, how much good can I add? Extraction removes without restoring. Contribution strengthens the system from which everyone benefits. Any system in which people continually withdraw without contributing will eventually weaken. When that happens, employees lose opportunity, customers lose trust, communities lose capacity, and even the people who once benefited begin to suffer. Sustainable success therefore depends on a healthy exchange: receive value, but also create value. This shift changes the central question behind every important decision. Instead of asking only whether an action will increase revenue, a value-centered organization also asks whether it will improve life for the people it serves. That question does not eliminate financial discipline, it gives financial discipline a worthy purpose. New model: how much good can we add to the market? There will always be room at the top for people who are willing to contribute before they withdraw. Contribution requires sacrifice, patience, skill, and sometimes delayed gratification. For this reason, many people avoid it, yet it remains one of the surest paths to trust, influence, and long-term prosperity. Beyond the take-home pay mentality. The take-home pay mentality reduces work to a transaction: time is given, money is received, and nothing more is expected. This attitude can keep an otherwise talented person in the same position for years. It discourages initiative because the worker asks only, what is in my job description? Rather than, what problem can I help solve? Going beyond your take-home pay does not mean accepting exploitation, working endlessly without fair compensation, or allowing an employer to abuse your commitment. Fair pay, healthy boundaries, and dignity are essential. It means refusing to limit your growth to the size of your current salary. It means developing competence, strengthening systems, helping others succeed, and becoming increasingly useful wherever you are planted. When employees find clearer purpose, customers receive better results. When customers receive better results, communities gain stronger institutions. Trust and loyalty rise because people can see that the organization is committed to more than taking money. Understanding value. Value is the worth, usefulness, quality, or significance of something. In business, value is created when a product, service, decision, or relationship produces a meaningful improvement. It may save time, reduce pain, improve health, increase access, create employment, simplify a process, or restore dignity. A strong business creates value on three connected levels: for the customer, for the team, and for society. Ignoring any one of these levels eventually creates weakness. Serving all three builds a healthier and more resilient organization. The three layers of value. Layer 1. Customer value. Customer value begins with a painful, specific problem. A business achieves a breakthrough when it understands whom it serves, identifies what those people genuinely need, and provides a solution that works. Many people pray or search for a breakthrough while overlooking the problems around them. Yet problems are often invitations to create value. The result should be clear and, where possible, measurable. The customer should be able to recognize the difference between life before the product or service and life after it. Affordability also matters. A valuable solution that the intended customer cannot access may fail to create the impact for which it was designed. Pricing must protect the financial health of the business while remaining sensitive to the realities of the market. Products and services should be delivered with dignity, excellence, and appropriate speed. Every business is ultimately in the business of serving people. For a person of faith, service should honor both God and humanity. Customers must never be treated as numbers, interruptions, or sources of revenue alone. Practical move. Map the customer's before and after journey. What did the customer struggle with before meeting you, and what can the customer now do, enjoy, or avoid because of your work? Layer 2. Team value. No organization becomes excellent by devaluing the people who make excellence possible. A business owner may begin as an owner-operator, but sustainable growth requires the ability to build a capable team. Leadership is not merely getting work out of people, it is also helping people grow through the work. Pay fairly, teach generously, and create opportunities for team members to develop new skills. Training is not a cost to be feared, it is an investment in the organization's future. When people grow in competence, confidence, and judgment, the business becomes less dependent on one person's constant supervision. Give people a genuine sense of ownership by helping them understand and participate in the vision. This does not necessarily mean making every employee a legal co-owner. It means treating team members as trusted contributors whose ideas, effort, and progress matter. People support more strongly what they understand and help to build. Practical move. Give every role a visible growth path. Each quarter, help every team member learn one skill that increases both personal capability and the organization's strength. Layer 3. Societal value. A responsible business leaves its environment, community, and industry better than it found them. Some businesses produce revenue while damaging the very communities that sustain them. Such success carries a hidden cost and weakens the legacy of the organization. Jesus taught that generosity sets a principle of return in motion. The measure we extend to others becomes the measure by which we ourselves receive. See Luke 6:38. This principle reminds us that what we release into people and systems has a way of returning. Generosity does not remove the need for wisdom, but it challenges us to build with open hands rather than with an appetite for exploitation. Societal value can take many forms: developing local talent, supporting education, improving health, creating dignified jobs, reducing waste, or widening access to essential services. The initiative should connect naturally to the competence and resources of the business so that it can grow alongside revenue rather than disappear during difficult seasons. Practical move. Choose one social problem connected to your industry, such as education, health, employment, waste, or access, and design one realistic initiative that can expand as the business expands. When customer value, team value, and societal value grow together, the business becomes more resilient. It can adapt to pressure because its customers trust it, its people are capable, and its community has a reason to support it. How value creation transforms business strategy. A value-centered philosophy must influence more than a company's slogans. It should transform the decisions that shape the product, price, marketing, operations, and partnerships. 1. Product. Design for outcomes, not merely for features. A feature describes what a product has, an outcome describes what the customer can accomplish with it. Before developing anything, ask, what meaningful change should this product create, and how will we know that the change has occurred? 2. Pricing. Price according to the value delivered, not only according to production cost. At the same time, consider access. Different service levels, payment arrangements, or simplified versions may enable more people to benefit without making the business financially unhealthy. Affordability should be intentional, not accidental. 3. Marketing. Tell truthful stories of transformation rather than relying on hype. Evidence should replace exaggerated promises. When a product is good and customers experience real results, marketing becomes the honest communication of value rather than the manipulation of attention. 4. Operations. Optimize for long-term health instead of short-term wins. Measure waste, employee well-being, service quality, customer retention, and the reliability of your systems. A profitable month should not be celebrated if it was achieved by exhausting the team, disappointing customers, or creating future liabilities. 5. Partnerships. Choose vendors, investors, platforms, and collaborators whose conduct is reasonably aligned with your values. Alignment becomes a filter. A partnership that brings money but destroys trust may be more expensive than it first appears. The deeper impact on society. The philosophy of value creation reaches beyond the walls of a business. It produces jobs with dignity, in which people gain not only a salary but also skills, confidence, and a sense of contribution. It creates communities with capacity when organizations train local talent, purchase locally where practical, and solve local problems. It also strengthens markets through trust. When customers repeatedly receive real results, skepticism decreases and the credibility of an industry improves. A culture of service begins to emerge. Younger entrepreneurs and employees learn that success and service can exist in the same room. Over time, values-centered businesses can help widen opportunity, stimulate innovation, and establish business as a builder rather than a taker. No single business can solve every social problem, but every responsible business can refuse to make society weaker. 4 numbers every values-centered business should track. What is not measured is easily forgotten. Track 4 categories each month. Customer outcomes. What measurable improvement did customers experience? Employee growth. What new skill, responsibility, or opportunity did team members gain? Community impact. What positive contribution did the organization make beyond its transactions? Financial health. Is the business profitable, liquid, and capable of sustaining its commitments? These 4 measures protect the organization from 2 opposite errors: pursuing money without meaning, and pursuing good intentions without financial sustainability. The no trade list. Write down the things you will never trade for money: truth, quality, people, trust, and promises. This is your no trade list. It clarifies the boundaries that protect your future. Values that are not defined in advance are often abandoned under pressure. Review this list before entering major partnerships, launching new products, or accepting unusual opportunities. Some money is too expensive because of the character, peace, or credibility it requires you to surrender. The story habit. Every month, collect at least 1 credible story of positive change created by your work. Begin by sharing it internally. Stories help team members understand why their effort matters and reveal where the organization is creating its strongest value. Use stories responsibly. Obtain permission where necessary, protect private information, and avoid exaggeration. A true story is not merely marketing material, it is evidence that the mission is becoming visible. The long game. Businesses built only for quick profit may rise rapidly and fall just as quickly. Short-term thinking asks how much can be made today. Long-term thinking asks what can be built that will still matter tomorrow. Experience teaches that people who chase fast profit often fade when conditions change. Those who pursue impact, competence, and trust tend to remain longer because their success rests on more than excitement. Values-centered businesses may appear to grow more slowly, but they often attract stronger people, retain better customers, and survive harder seasons because others want them to succeed. Society does not merely need cleverer ways to sell. It needs the courage to serve at scale. When strategy is built around value, the question changes from, how do we make more? To, how do we matter more? Ironically, organizations that matter more often earn more because usefulness, trust, and loyalty have economic value. Closing reflection. Ask yourself and your team 3 questions this quarter. What problem are we uniquely qualified to solve? Who is better off because we exist? If we disappeared tomorrow, what meaningful gap would the community feel? Answer honestly, identify the gap, and build deliberately to close it. Built to create value is not another name for charity. It is intelligent, responsible business. It is the discipline of creating results for customers, growth for people, strength for communities, and sustainable returns for the organization. Your take-home pay tells you what you received for a period of work. Your value tells the world what became possible because you were there. Build beyond the paycheck. Build what improves lives. Build what deserves to last. Copyright at Daniel Eremasele. We sincerely appreciate the time you have spent with us. We look forward to connecting with you again. Until then, remain blessed, continue exploring the treasures God has placed within you, and remember to listen to our other inspirational materials. We would be grateful to receive your feedback and hear how this audiobook has blessed, encouraged, or transformed your life. Please help us to like and subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. Thank you once again.